All right, and good morning. Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome to the Easy Like Sunday Morning podcast. We will fade this out to avoid copyright violations. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Welcome, like I said, to the Easy Like Sunday Morning podcast. Good morning, Tia. My right hand is in the chat fielding any questions, comments, or concerns. Hope everybody had a great weekend, is having a great weekend. I don't want to short anybody a day. That's a big deal. So got to watch some college football last night. That was excellent all day. That was a lot of fun. And, just working on some projects and stuff around the house. So welcome. Good morning. Welcome to the Easy Like Sunday Morning podcast. I've said it like 12 times already. Today's topic is becoming the expert. And today I just want to share with you guys 3 ways that you can become a leader and an expert in any niche, in any topic. As you guys know, we are on a quest to build our brands, and we have stumbled upon this great information, and we are super excited to always bring it to you guys. I think one of the biggest things that we deal with, that people and individuals just deal with, is a lot of doubt. We tend to minimize our own experiences. We tend to normalize things that we've been through in life. Example, and I really don't share this a lot with a lot of people because I see it as an embarrassing time, but it's just recently working with mentors and people in the expert space that I realized that my story is actually a powerful one. But 5 years ago, I was faced with homelessness. 5 years ago, I had a choice. I could either live on the street, or I could swallow my pride, make some painful at the time adjustments, and do what I needed to do to improve my life and better my life. And here we are 5 years later on that journey, and life is looking pretty good. And if I can do it, anyone can do it. I am stubborn, as most of you know. So if it works for me, it could work for you guys too. And I just want to let you know that don't ever minimize your message. Don't ever minimize your story. Don't ever minimize your experiences in life. Everyone has gone through challenges. Everyone has gone through tribulations. And if you emerged from those troubles and tribulations and tumultuous times successful, then you actually have the knowledge and the power to help others, and you can build a successful and lucrative business, not only helping others, but helping yourself as well. So today, I just want to kind of put it in perspective for you guys and share with you guys 3 ways that you can become an expert. And hopefully this just sheds the light, gets the wheels turning, and lets you realize that there is other options out there than just grinding away your life with the 40-hour-a-week work week, waiting for that retirement. You don't have to live like that. We can live more free, and we can live a more abundant and meaningful life, and we can live life on our own terms. And for us, we found that this is a great way for us to do it. It might not work for everyone, but for those of you that are interested and would be interested in walking down the same path that we've been walking down, that's what these podcasts are for. So let's just jump in to the content, 3 ways to become an expert. So the first expert you can become is what we call a results expert. Now, a results expert is a person who has gotten results in their specific area of expertise. And now they went through a time and they were successful. They came out the other end of that experience successful. And now they can go forward and teach others how to deal with that same topic. So I got some examples here. An example of a results expert would be real estate. Have you bought and sold houses? Have you bought and sold properties? How did you do it? If you've become a success in real estate, now you want to turn back and you want to show other people, beginners, maybe people that are interested in becoming a real estate agent or a realtor or doing that, you just want to turn around and show beginners how to get started. What was your path? What were the steps from point A to point B that you took from not knowing anything about real estate to becoming a realtor and a successful realtor that you do this full time? Christian, good morning. So that's one example. So start to think, is there something in your life? Have you ever gotten results in your life? And I think the key indicator for a niche or a topic that you could jump into, something to give you a little guidance, because it seems like, you know, man, I'm just know so much and I want to talk about so much. How do I possibly narrow this down? How do I narrow a topic down? How do I target an audience? Do people ever come up to you and say, you know, hey man, you know, how did you do that? How did you build a successful podcast or radio show that deals with Doctor Who? How did you open a successful wine business? I mean, I've liked wine and I've always wanted to own my own store. How did you do that? And I think when people ask you repeatedly, how did you build armor? How did you get your car looking so good? How do you stay so organized? You know, like, this is an opportunity as an expert and as an influencer. You need to learn to recognize that these are key indicators of a topic. You need to learn how to see these as an opportunity. And this is your chance to not only make a difference, and help a community and build a community around a self-help topic, but I mean, you can also make money off of it. People will pay you for your knowledge. People will pay you if you can cut down the learning curve for people. So for us, I have gone out and we have spent thousands of dollars and spent about 6 intense months now just learning how to do this, meeting with mentors, talking to experts, getting the knowledge that we need to build this business. And so we can now turn around and we can help other people do the same. You know, we are getting results, and you can too. So anytime anyone asks you, hey, how did you do that? That is a key indication of an opportunity that you have to share with other people. And I mean, just to open your eyes a little bit and just kind of pull the curtain back, you can do this in areas of organization, being happy, real estate, sewing, homeschool, barbecue recipes, business advice, entrepreneurship, baby cuisine, weight loss, parenting, a wellness expert, a marketing expert, leadership expert, graphic design expert. It is endless. People ask Tia all the time, hey, how do you make those videos look so good? How did you make that website? We have an incredible website that Tia designed and made. You could check it out at expertinfluenceracademy.com. And now that it's out there and it's getting traffic, people are hitting Tia up and they're like, man, how did you do that? How did you make that website? Can you make a website like that for me? These are opportunities. All right. So remember, if you have people asking you about a specific topic all the time, a specific niche all the time, then you have an opportunity. You have a business opportunity. So don't have the so what mentality. Don't minimize your knowledge. Don't minimize your skills, and don't minimize your life experiences as to nothing. You know, you matter. Your experiences are important. The things that you've gone through are incredibly important. There are other people, thousands of people in this world right now going through something that you have come out on the other side of. Divorce, that's a huge one. Bankruptcy, that's a huge one. And if you possess the skills to help other people, that is a huge opportunity for you. So that's number one, all right? That's the results expert. Expert number two, and the second type of expert, is you can become a research expert or a reporter expert. Now, what is that? Well, these are guys that they might not have firsthand knowledge of a certain topic, but they know that people are interested in the topic, and they know that people want to learn about that topic. So a research or a reporter expert, right, you can go out and they can learn about the topic. They can interview top professionals in that topic or in that niche. They can have experts on their channel. They can make videos of them interviewing top experts in the field of interest, and then they can turn around and they can help others on that topic. So let's take real estate again. Like, would you ever buy a house from someone who's never sold a house, that had no realtor experience at all? Absolutely not. I wouldn't, right? But what if that same person went out, Daniel, good morning, Aaron, good morning. But what if that person went out and interviewed and studied and researched like the top 10 real estate experts in the world, in the niche, and then they brought that information back, and then they synthesized that information, they packaged that information into an easy to follow program, and then they offered that information? Would you pay attention to that person then? You probably would. I mean, of course, right? This is an example, and the most famous example of a research expert is the author Napoleon Hill. Good morning, Daniel. It's good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Napoleon Hill wrote a famous book called Think and Grow Rich. In fact, it is still a bestseller. It has sold millions of copies all over the world. It is translated into many different languages in the world, and he has become a huge success in depth. Here's some insight into Napoleon Hill. He was never extremely wealthy, and he was never extremely well off while he was alive, but he really desired to learn what drove successful people. He had a desire to learn how do wealthy people act, what are their habits, how do they interact, what is their decision process that gets them to be wealthy and successful. So he went out and he interviewed Andrew Carnegie, Andrew Carnegie's like cronies and best friends and business people, JP Morgan, these titans of business. And throughout interviewing them, he just, wanted to know about, hey, what did they think about business, and how did they act in their lives, and how do they make decisions, and what habits do they have? And then after interviewing all those people, he came back and he wrote one of the most famous books ever written. He was never successful really himself, but he interviewed successful people, and he has since sold millions of copies of his book. So that's the research expert. So you don't even necessarily have to know a topic. You just have to be interested in a topic, and then you have to do the legwork. You can let other people fill you in. You can let other people educate you in that topic, and then you can turn around and you can help people. And that is kind of what we are. We are kind of in the middle of a results expert and a research expert. What separates us from the pack, Tia and I, and Dishes and Stitches and Expert Influencer Academy, is that we are both. We are getting results, and then we are turning around and researching and reporting back to you guys exactly how we're doing it in real time. Brian, good morning. So the results expert, and that's super powerful. And I really like the research and reporter expert, because it's like getting your hands dirty. Like I always say, you need to get your hands dirty. You got to know the pulse of your business. That's very important. You really have to be involved. And so this is a great way to do that. The third and last type of expert that you can be is what we call the role model expert. So maybe you're someone, and because of whom you are and because of how you live your life, you have influence and people listen to you. Maybe you're very charismatic. Maybe you're very opinionated, and over the course of polarizing an audience, you have one audience that really is attracted to you. You have one audience that is really repelled from you. But for whatever reason, how you live your life, you have become a role model and you have become an influencer and you have a captive audience. A role model expert is usually a natural leader. People gravitate towards him. They have a lot of charisma. They have a lot of character. People listen to them. A great example of a role model expert is Oprah Winfrey. Oprah is a great model and a great example of a role model expert. You know, over the years, she has made a massive difference in millions of people's lives. And she is seen even to this day as an expert on a lot of topics, various topics, you know, but she struggles. She hasn't been successful. One of the most compelling and one of the most public battles that she fights is her weight problem, you know, a weight loss problem. And even though she hasn't been successful in losing weight, she has interviewed tons of people that have given her best practices in the industry. And so when she endorses a product like Weight Watchers, or when she endorses a book, or when she endorses a TV show, you see millions of people gravitate towards that product. I mean, everyone wants an Oprah moment, you know, like if you're an entrepreneur like we are, and we were able to get Oprah to shout out our message, think of all the millions of people that would flock to our brand. Think of all the people that would flock to our message. So she is a role model expert. And that's what you can be too. So those are 3 ways that you can become an expert in any niche and in any topic. This works in anything. It can work in 3D printing. It can work in auto mechanics. It can work for a wine company. It can work for any business. Whatever your interest is, and this kind of good, but you're not special, you know, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, whatever you like, there are other people that like that too, and there's other people that want to learn about that, and that is opportunity. So I want you guys to squash fear that you're not good enough, that no one wants to listen to you, that you don't have a message to share, that you don't bring value into people's lives, because you absolutely do. And so I know that through Jake, good morning. So I know that through these podcasts and everything, we've kind of started to establish a way that you can do what we do in building a successful social media business and a social media presence as an influencer. But I want you to realize as well that it is totally possible for you to do it. You don't have to be a slave to the man. You can live a more meaningful, impactful, and inspirational life. And I think at the end of the day, that's all we're here to do. If I could live life on my own terms, I think it would be a lot better than living life as other people dictate to us. So there you go, guys. It is going to be a quick podcast today. It looks like we're clocking in at 19 minutes. I just want you to know, if you are interested in stuff like this, I mean, we try to bring you value, and we try to bring you tips and video ideas and ideas from our mentors and stuff every week. But if you're interested in really pursuing this and diving deeper, then we do encourage you to visit our website, expertinfluenceracademy.com. We have created some products that can help you get started, but we also have great other advice on there too. We have our blog posts. We have our Easy Like Sunday Morning podcast is now available on our website, and it's also available on our YouTube channel. Thank you to those that reached out and asked if we could provide the podcast on different platforms. You guys were a huge influence on us deciding to host it on our website and also host it on our YouTube channel. They are delayed. We do release 1 or 2 every week, but we started from the beginning. So you can catch all the earlier ones on our YouTube channel and on our website right now. Guys, I hope you found value in this. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Tune in next week when we'll come live for you again, 9 o'clock on Facebook. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great weekend. And until next week, we'll see you in the next video.